Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm doing a review of Trekking the World 2nd Edition. I want to thank Underdog Games for sending me this copy for review. So what exactly is Trekking the World? This is a 1 to 4 player set collection game by Underdog, where you're traveling the world trying to collect different souvenirs, collect tours, and encounter cards that will help you have the most points at the end of the game. So this is a very family weight style game. It's not heavy at all. It's actually a very easy game to get to the table. So let me show you how the game works, how it plays, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on it. Okay, so this is how the board of Trekking the World is going to look. You're going to pick a location or an airport where you're going to start. And over here, we're going to have our tours. And over here, the encounters. Now, if you look here, you have the tours on the front and then the encounters on the back. So it's going to be differentiated each game depending on how you shuffle it. So on your turn, you're going to choose one of these itineraries, as you can see right here. So we're going to choose one, and this is going to tell you how much you can move, how much money you're going to make, and if you end up in this location, the souvenirs that you are going to pick up. So let's say, so I'm starting off in America right now. So let's take this one because this will be more beneficial for me. So it says here I can move 3. So I can do 1, 2, 3, go to different locations, or I can fly out of here to any airport, but I have to spend $1, which I don't have. You're going to track your money on this little wheel right here. But yes, so that's one way you can move. By also, you can fly. That's going to cost you move, and also it's going to cost you money. So if I do end my movement in an American spot, so let's just say we move 3, so 1, 2, 3, I'm going to get the red souvenir. So why these are important? Well, this is going to be your briefcase here. So every time you fill up a row, you're going to score this many victory points at the end of the game. But also when you fill up these boxes, you're going to get these little powers here. So this one right here will grant me an extra movement. I can spend this to move 1 extra time. Another one I have here with this is a souvenir one. So any souvenirs that you collect, you can collect those same type of souvenirs again when you spend this one here. And then we have the money. So this allows you to double the money that you earned. And then, of course, we have this one right here, the frequent flyer, which allows you to fly anywhere for free. You don't have to spend money. So essentially what you're trying to do is collect these tours and, of course, get some end game scoring. Also, again, like I said before, trying to get points from here. So the way you would collect these tours and these encounters, well, so let's say this one here is the Coliseum. I would have to be in the Coliseum right here in order to claim this. So some of them will give you an end game score, and some of them will give you special powers that you can use on your turn, and you cannot use them on the turn that you got them. Now, if I wanted to get this as a tour, I would have to spend that much money when I am there, and I would get that many victory points at the end. So in order to collect these tours and these encounters, you have to be at that location. And the same goes for spending the encounters as well. Again, when you do the itinerary, you would put it in the discard. The same goes for if you would do the encounter. If you spent an encounter, again, some of them are going to have end game scoring. Now, depending on how many players you have in a 2 to 3 player game, when any player takes their 5th tour, the game is going to end and everyone else is going to get one more turn. And in the 4 to 5 player game, after their 4th tour. That is essentially the game. It is very light. It plays pretty quickly, but that is the rules for Trekking the World. So now let's go over what I think about it. Okay, as you can see, this is a very simple, easy game. It didn't take long to explain it, and especially when I showed it to other people, they caught on very quickly. The rulebook's about only 2-3 pages long, explains everything pretty well. So let's go right into it. The theme, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10 to. It's not particularly strong. you're going around collecting different cards, touring the world. The artwork on it's very good. But I'll go into that in a little bit. But aside from that, you're picking a card, doing what the card tells you, and collecting the money, and possibly picking up some souvenirs. So again, not too crazy of a theme. Art and components, I'm going to give a 7.5 out of 10 to. Again, everything's very functional. Board is very bright. I do like the artwork on the tour cards. As you can see from the how to play, the itinerary cards are pretty bland. Just tells you how much to move, the coin symbol, and the little the souvenir, what souvenirs you collect at the bottom. But really, it's the tour cards that stick out the most. I do like the components. I think the suitcase board is really nice. It's very good quality. You're not getting cheap quality in this game. So 7.5 out of 10 for the art and components. Gameplay, I'm going to give a 6.5 out of 10 to. Now, that is just my personal preference. This is a very light game. And like I said, I think it is a perfect. I don't want to say nothing's perfect, but this is a great gateway family game. But it's for me a little too light. I will say though, I do think it plays in a perfect amount of time. Some people thought that it ended too soon, that they didn't get to do enough. I disagree. I think it's at a perfect time frame, but. Again, you can play that extended game if you want, if you feel like you have not done enough. But yeah, essentially you're just going around making sure you're in the right area and pay for the tour and collect it. And then you have the encounter cards, which are interesting too. They each give you like a special power, or you can save them for the end game. So there is that strategy there. Again, it's going to look different every game too. Some tour cards are going to be encounter cards and vice versa. So there's that, but other than that, it's very light. It's a very light game. And like I said, very simple, easy to teach. But for me, I thought it was okay. Yeah, gameplay wise, you have your strategies that there's really no player interaction at all, aside from maybe taking a card from someone. Even some of the encounter cards, really, the only thing that maybe I saw was like, oh, copy this player's power that they just did. Aside from that, but there's no take that or much interaction. Not really paying attention to what anybody else is doing, aside from maybe making sure they're not going after the same tour card as you. So yeah, 6.5 out of 10 for me. Ease of play, like I said, 8 out of 10. Very easy game to teach. Very easy game to table. Setup is quick. People are gonna catch on very quickly. I believe you'll pretty much catch on to a strategy also after a play or two. So, but yeah, this is not a difficult game to play. It is a great family weight, so that everybody's gonna pick this up pretty quickly. So 8 out of 10 for the ease of play. For replayability, I am going to give a 6.5 out of 10 to. It is okay. Like I said, it's very light. Those cards, they get mixed up here and there. Some are going to be the encounters one game, some will not. Some will become the tours. But after a while, I can't see this being put to the table a lot. Maybe once in a while. But like I said, I think families are going to enjoy it. So, yeah, like I said, it's 6.5 out of 10. I think that's a fair score for the replayability. But other than that, I can't, there's not much that's going to change every game aside from maybe the tour cards being different. Tour and encounter cards. So overall, I'm still going to give it a 7 out of 10. It is a good family weight game that I think, if you want to get your kids into this hobby, I think this is a great game to get them into the whole set collection feel. Again, there's not much interaction amongst the players aside maybe some indirect stuff like with the encounter cards and so forth. And maybe taking a card from somebody that somebody else wanted on purpose. But again, there's not much interaction with the game. Again, very simple, easy to get to the table. The strategies, yeah, for a family weight game, I think it's good. It's not too confusing or overcomplicated like some of these other Euros out there. So, again, a young kid will probably catch on to the flow of this game pretty quickly, which is why I really recommend it if you're looking for a family weight game. Again, a great game to get your family into, new gamers into. I think there is a little bit of focus over towards maybe young adults to get them into this hobby. But I do see some adults really enjoying this game if you're not looking to play something like crazy or brain burner or something mean. If you want to have a nice relaxing game night, I think people are going to enjoy this one a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I always respond to everyone. Please like and subscribe. Help this little channel grow. We are getting more games every week. People getting more review copies, prototypes, and I really enjoy making it for all of you. I know this took a while from between videos. People have been getting sick over here. It's that time of season. But there are more videos coming. But yeah, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a great one.